Chapter 10 of The Beast of Buckingham Palace by David Walliams, narrated by me. Chapter 10 Metal Menace. Looking up from the pram, Alfred asked, "What book was the person looking for at this late hour?" "I don't have a clue," replied Nanny. "You were looking for a book here in the library too, Nanny." "Was I?" "Yes. What was the name of it?" "Shush!" shushed Nanny, "or someone will hear us." With that, she wheeled the pram out of the library and down one of the palace's long, sweeping corridors. The wonky wheel made it difficult to steer. Squeak! 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 And Nanny kept on bashing the pram into the wall. Bonk! "Ow!" complained the boy. "Shush!" shushed Nanny again, louder this time. The shush was so loud, it wasn't really a shush. Squeak! 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 Then she bashed the pram into the wall again. Bonk! Squeak! 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 And again. Bonk! Alfred grimaced. At this rate, he'd be lucky to get back to his bedroom alive. Next, he heard the sound of something trundling. "Oh no," he thought, "not the octopus. That's the last thing they needed right now." "Good morning, Archbishop," the robot announced. "Will you be quiet, you blasted thing?" hissed Nanny. "I have warmed your socks, so they're nice and toasty." The boy thought he could smell burning. "Out of my way, you metal menace," said the old lady. Crash! Next, Alfred could feel the wheels of the pram bump over something. Clank! Something metal. He looked past Nanny and saw that the accident-prone robot had lost yet another one of his arms. The one with the little spoon attached for stirring tea was now lying twitching on the floor. Twitch, twitch, twitch. Down to 5 arms, the octopus could now be called a quinquebot. But that just sounds silly. "I will post your boiled egg onto you," it called out after them. "Shush!" shushed Nanny before pushing the prince's head back into the pram. "Get down!" As he was wheeled around the palace, Alfred listened intently. He was trying to work out from sounds around him where he was. All of a sudden, he could feel the pram being heaved up the sweeping staircase that led all the way from the bottom of the palace to the top. Shunt, 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 shunt. "Nanny, there must be hundreds of stairs," he protested. "Shush!" she shushed. "Someone might hear you." "We are never going to make it." "I said shush." "Shunt, shunt, shunt." "Nanny, I'm scared you're going to let go." "I will if you don't shut up." Shunt, 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 shunt. Now they were halfway up the staircase. All of a sudden, Alfred heard a voice. "Nanny?" said the voice. Not just any voice. It was the Lord Protector's voice. Chapter 11 An Ungodly Hour. "Nanny, whatever are you doing out of your room at such an ungodly hour?" purred the Lord Protector. Just bringing up some clean blankets, sir," the old lady replied. Inside the pram, Alfred kept dead still. He could hear in her voice that Nanny was nervous. Her false teeth were clickety-clacketing in her mouth, even more than normal. "Who were you talking to?" demanded the Lord Protector. "Myself," she chirped. "I am a bit balmy like that. Now I must be going. Shunt, shunt, shunt." "Wait!" called out the pram. "Whatever have you got in that pram?" Alfred didn't dare breathe. "Fresh blankets," she replied. The Lord Protector caught up with her, then leaned down and sniffed. "They don't smell fresh," was his verdict. "Well," Nanny hesitated for a moment, buying herself some time. "They're fresher than the ones I'm changing them for." "I find that rather difficult to believe." Oh, yes, 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 Lord Protector, sir, it's the prince. What's the prince? How can I put this nicely? He wet the bed. Inside the pram, the prince was seething. At his age? Asked the Lord Protector. Well, it has been a very difficult night for him, with that terrible business with the Queen. Yes, yes, mused the Lord Protector. What rotten luck having a traitor for a mother. Alfred wanted to leap up out of the pram and biff the man on the nose, but he stayed put. The truth was, he was stuck. I've taken the precaution of putting the prince and the palace on total lockdown tonight, continued the Lord Protector. No one, but no one, is allowed out of bed, not even the king himself. So as soon as you have changed those blankets, I want you to go straight back to your quarters. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. Good. For his own safety, I locked the boy's bedroom door. Here's the key. When you have locked him back in for the night, bring it straight to me. Yes, sir. Now, run along, woman, he ordered. Very good, sir. Alfred listened as the Lord Protector's footsteps echoed down the stairs. That was close, hissed the boy from inside the pram. I know, whispered Nanny. Never mind about you doing a bottom burp. I was so nervous I was going to let one rip that sounded like thunder. Too much information, Nanny. A honking hurricane! Again, Nanny. Too much. A Trump tornado! I've got it, Nanny. A bottom blizzard! Got it! Now let's keep going. Oh, yes. With that, Nanny continued heaving the pram up the staircase. Shunt, 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 shunt. He could hear the old lady breathing heavily. Are you all right, Nanny? Asked Alfred, poking his head out from under the blankets. Yes, just need to take a rest. The boy watched her nose begin to wrinkle. Are you okay? It's these rotten blankets. I think I'm going to... Achoo! Sneeze! He lifted her hands up to her face and let go of the pram. Nanny! Cried the boy as the pram began bouncing down the staircase. Donk, 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 donk. Chapter 12. Runaway Pram. Donk, 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 donk. The runaway pram was gathering speed. Donk, 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 donk. No! Cried Nanny from way up the staircase. Yes! Cried Alfred from inside the pram, not sure what else to say. Nanny began running down the staircase after him, but the pram was going so much faster. Donk, 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 donk. Alfred looked up from under the blanket. 2 royal guards were on patrol, were at the bottom of the stairs. If he didn't die in a pram crash, they were sure to blast him to pieces with their laser guns. Help! Shouted Nanny. Donk, 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 donk. The pram was heading straight for the guards. No! Thought Alfred. He closed his eyes, ready for the worst. Donk, 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 donk. Then stop. The pram came to a halt. The guards had caught it. Oh, thank you, cooed Nanny. Thank you so much. Alfred opened his eyes. He was alive. Now, if you could just carry it back up the stairs for me. The prince thought the old lady might be pushing her luck, but to his surprise, he felt the pram being lifted and carried up the stairs. Oh, you are strong, said Nanny admiringly. Finally, they reached the top of the staircase. Thank you kindly, said Nanny, and 2 royal guards made their way back down the stairs. You nearly killed me, hissed Alfred. Shush! Nanny pushed the pram along the corridor towards the prince's bedroom. With the key the Lord Protector had given her, she unlocked the door and wheeled the pram inside. As soon as Alfred heard the door being shut behind him, he pulled back the rancid blanket and clambered out of the pram. "Right, young man, any time now," said Nanny. "Oh, you're out already. That was naughty. Now straight to bed." "I'm lucky to be alive." "Yes, I'm sorry about that. Just had an attack of the achoo sneezes." The prince wiped a globule of Nanny's cold, wet snot from his face. "But thank you for covering for me with the Lord Protector. I know you could get into a lot of trouble." "Anything for my little prince," she said, wobbling his cheek with her hand. "Wibble, wobble, wobble." "Now please give me the key," demanded the boy. "I beg your pardon," spluttered Nanny. "The key the Lord Protector gave you. Then I can get out of my room later tonight. To do some detective work." "You will do no such thing, your Royal Highness." "I command you to give it to me." Nanny was having none of it. "And I command you to go to bed, right now." Reluctantly, Alfred got into his four-poster bed. He sniffed himself. "Phew!" he exclaimed. After hiding under those filthy blankets, he did not smell good. "I'm very whiffy." "Then stop sniffing yourself," ordered Nanny, "and go to sleep." With her fingertips, she tenderly stroked his hair. "Good night, little one. Love you." "Love you too, Nanny." "Sleep tight." Alfred closed his eyes and listened as she tiptoed out of the room and locked the door behind her. Click. Sleep. The last thing Alfred wanted to do right now was sleep. His brain was bubbling with a billion thoughts, but he was exhausted. This sickly child had never been out of bed for this long, and the events of the last few hours had left him feeling spent. Soon Alfred fell fast asleep, slipping from one world of nightmares to another. Chapter 13. Talking Toilet. Knock, knock, knock. It was morning, and Alfred was awakened sharply by knocking on his bedroom door. But it wasn't someone knocking on the door. It was someone knocking into the door. Or rather, not someone, but something. Oh no, the Octobot. The robot butler was charged with waking the prince every morning, but all it was doing right now was crashing repeatedly into the door. Knock, knock, knock. "Wait, Octobot, wait!" It was Nanny's voice. "Wait, I haven't unlocked the door yet. Naughty Octobot." Knock, knock, knock. Click. The old lady opened the bedroom door, cautiously balancing the breakfast tray she was carrying in one hand. As soon as the door was fully open, the Octobot trundled slap bang into the doorframe. Doink! Next, it darted into the bookshelf. Smash! The books tumbled to the floor. Thunk, thunk, thunk. Finally, the Octobot trundled over to the four-poster bed, bumping into a post so hard, crunch! It very nearly made it into a three-poster bed. In doing so, one of the robot's arms, the one with a duster attached, broke clean off. Snap! The Octobot now only had 4 of its 8 arms left, a quadruped. "Good evening, Empress," it announced in its posh robotic voice. Alfred rolled his eyes. Not again. "It's time to troop the colour, malfunction. Address the nation, malfunction. Open a library, malfunction." "I can't control it, sir," shouted Nanny over the noise. The old lady was so animated her false teeth were clickety-clacketing like crazy. All right, Octobot," shouted Alfred. "'Tis all good, thank you, I'm awake." "Wake up," said the robot as the fly swatter on the end of its arms whacked the boy repeatedly on the forehead. Thwack! Ouch! Malfunction! Ouch! Malfunction! Thwack! Ouch! Malfunction! That hurts, you mechanical dustbin! Shouted Alfred. The next whack hit the boy so hard, thwack, that the fly swatter arm came clean off. It fell to the floor with a clank. 3 arms left. The octopus was rather a tribut, but it was oblivious. If that will be all, I must go and water the curtains. Malfunction, iron the roses. Malfunction, stir the toilet. Malfunction, malfunction, malfunction. With that, the octopus spun around the prince's bedroom. Its remaining arms knocked the table over. Bonk! Smashing an antique vase to pieces. Crash! And hurling a statue to the floor. Wallop! Make it stop! Shouted Alfred. The no-nonsense nanny threw the plate of food she was still carrying onto the bed, then bashed the robot butler with her antique silver tray. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Then she bashed it some more. Clunk, clunk, clunk. And some more. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Shoo, you talking toilet! She shouted. Congratulations on your coronation, were its last words, as the old girl shoved the robot out of the bedroom and slammed the door shut. Thud! Thank goodness for that, said Alfred. I wish that thing had an off button. Any news of my mother? He asked eagerly. None, said Nanny, bowing her head. I know. Sorry, my little prince. None at all. All I know is that the Queen is being kept prisoner in the Tower of London. Alfred sat up in bed sharply. Then I need to rescue her. That's the end of these chapters, folks. If you enjoyed, please do not forget to like and subscribe. Stay safe, wash your hands, and have a good day. Bye-bye.